welcome to my YouTube channel, the new place for everything and everyone. So today we actually already here. We are at Emdoneni Lodge in KwaZulu-Natal, and I'm gonna show you guys around. But we just arrived. It took us about a 2-hour drive to get here, and I am with my brother. He's outside. Let me show you. And we actually came here. We arrived just after 2 and we were like really starving hungry. Like usually when we are on road trips, we buy like snacks and stuff, but we did have like some snacks, but we were like, you know what, we're really hungry and we didn't have actual food. So at this place, you have to actually book lunch in advance. So at 10:30 in the morning, you have to book, which I'm unhappy about that, because how do you know that you want lunch over here? Like, you know, how do you know at 10:30 you're going to be hungry at 2 o'clock, you know? Oh, that was fine. I asked her, like, is your kitchen open? She was like, no, the kitchen is closed. So, which was a mess already. And we got to the gate, and I don't know how we were supposed to enter. There was no like guard or anything. But then we hooted, and then a guy came and he opened for us. That's fine. So we go to the reception area. There's no one at the reception, and I'm like waiting. I tried to dial the number, it didn't work. But then a guy showed me another area, because there's 2 receptions, one for welcoming and one for other inquiries and whatever. So I went for the one for, you know, check-in, because we checking in, but there was no one there. An absolute like ghost town, you know. But anyway, we found the lady and we got checked in and everything. Showed us around, and we went to go visit the pool area. So it is very hot in KZN. So we went to the pool area, and the pool is like a bit green. It's not clean. So they said they're pool cleaning. Like my brother told me, he read somewhere that the pool cleaning is from 7 in the morning to 8 in the morning. So hopefully tomorrow the pool will be clean and we can enjoy it. But now it is almost 4:30 and we are booked for a cat tour. So let's get straight into it.
Dun, dun,
Dun dun dun. Yeah. She's stuck there.
Now, our project was first started in 1994 with just 3 cheetahs, but we've now grown to include 4 out of the 8 cat species that are found here in Southern Africa. So obviously we've still got cheetahs. Then to your right we've got African wildcats. As you can hear, they're very vocal. And as you can hear, wildcat. Then to your left we've got our servals, and then we've also got caracals here as well. Now it is feeding time at the moment, and we are going to go into these enclosures, except for the caracal. They are the most aggressive cat that we have here at the project, so you'll see they box each other during this time, so we don't want to get involved with that, and we just stay outside. But the rest of them will go into the enclosures, and the cheetah get fed in the morning, so they're not feeding now, so they're happy. They've already had their breakfast or their meal for the day, so yeah. Now this is a no touching facility, so like I say, we are going to go into the enclosures, but please don't reach down and stroke or touch any of the cats, especially now that it's feeding time, because they might think they're some chicken fingers or something like that. So I have made that mistake before. I was like, oh, you're looking for love. No, she was looking for another piece of chicken. So, yeah. So rather just keep your hands to yourself, and then they should be nice and safe. And yeah, timing is behind us with the food. Okay. So we'll get started shortly.
Okay.
Fucking wildcats. Hey, don't be agitated. Yeah, so you can follow me inside the enclosure. You stay here, stay here. She thinks she's a tiger, so she likes to wander around the project like she owns the place. Challenge the caracals next door, even though they would more than happily like to eat her. So, no. Over here we've got Apple. She is 6 years old. And this over here is her father, Kaya, at 10 years old. Now, these cats are called African wildcats. There we go. And that's because these cats were first domesticated about 4,000 years ago by the ancient Egyptians. So they would train them to hunt mice in the granaries, and then they would reward them. So over the years they've gained some traits and they've lost some traits, and they've become known what we call the tabby cat today. So because of this, obviously they're very closely related, and unfortunately they can interbreed with the domestic cats. So this is causing problems for the African wildcat, who is now listed as genetically endangered. So it's not because of the number of cats, but because of how strong the genetics are being passed on to one another. Now even our cats here at the project are not complete 100%. So Apple over there is 98% wildcat, where her father over here is 97% wildcat. So even ours aren't 100%. Like I say, they are interbreeding with the domestic populations. Yeah, that's why we don't go in with them. The domestic population, so some of them can have the traits, and the only true way to know is to have them genetically tested. But compared to your domestic cat, these cats are quite large, typically weighing about 5 or 6 kilograms. And they've got these long legs and long tails with the dark bands or markings on them, ending with a black tip on the end of the tail, as you can see. They've got a lovely red coloration behind the ear, and as they walk around, you'll notice that the pads underneath are black in color, compared to your house cat who's got pink or white pads underneath. So yeah, these guys have got black pads. Now, like I say, they are interbreeding with each other, so they can have some of these traits, and you have to genetically test them. Like your house cat, pregnant for only 2 months, after which time they'll have between 1, maybe 6 kittens at the very most. And they will raise those kittens till they're about a year old, and then only then go back into season. Compared to the house cats, who will breed 2 to 3 times a year if given the chance. In the wild, they'll live for about 8, maybe 10 years at the most. But here at the project, obviously they can live a lot longer, so maybe 13 or 14 years total. And in the wild, they are actually known as omnivores. So they will eat insects, rodents, reptiles, and other small mammals like hares and birds and things like that. And then if they are unsuccessful at hunting, they will also eat fruit and berries to stay alive as well. Now, as you can see here at the project, we don't give them any fruit or berries. We just give them the nice meaty stuff that they like. Now, as you can see, they get an 1/8 of chicken in the afternoon, and then they'll also get an 1/8 of chicken in the morning as well. So they get a 1/4 of chicken total per day. As you can see, it's already dead and portioned for them, and it includes the bone, the cartilage, as you can hear them crunching away, and meat as well. As you notice, they'll eat with their back teeth as opposed to their front teeth like a house cat does. If you have a look at their eyes, you can see they've got their beautiful white eyeliner, and that tells us that this cat likes to come out during the night, because that white eyeliner helps reflect the low light at night to help them to see better. But just like a regular house cat, if you're not hunting or with your boyfriend or girlfriend, it's not really much to do. So 16 to 20 hours a day is how much time they will actually spend sleeping. If it's too habituated, or if there's an injury or a deformality that would not allow them to survive in the wild, then we will keep them here at the project, and if possible use them for, we'll go into another training program just to make sure they're ready. So when the cats are about 2 years old and we're happy with the progress, that's when we release into the wild.
It's like up and down, ready.
Beautiful boy over here, his name is AK, and he is 2 years old. He's our hot young stud. So his dad was our previous breeding male, but he passed away. So we've now kept this boy to keep the bloodline in, because as you can see, he's a very beautiful boy. He is quite small, but so was his father, so he's picked that up from his dad. And then his girlfriend to the left over there is Ruby, and she is actually 7 years old. Yo, you got too close. Jesus. See what I mean? You ready, Ruby? Oh, you missed it, no, girl. Hey? Too much acrobatics. If you weren't using the fence so much, you would have been able to catch that. Busy. Pretty girl. So she's 12 years old. Him and his brother Moya came to us when they were just 2 weeks old, and we got them for breeding purposes from another project. Not giving us any babies anytime soon, these two. Absolutely useless. And Mr. Juba. Yeah. So, yeah. But I mean, they've had the best food and healthcare since day one. So, I mean, you can't really expect anything less. Oh. Hey, Mr. Juba.
Mm.
Especially when they walk around. Yeah, they're massive. They're lying in the grass. They look tiny.
It's not gonna eat me, right?
No. No, they've been hand raised since 2 weeks old, so they see people as caregivers. Hello, my darling. Tongue starts just behind the front leg and ends just before their hip. So you can see when he breathes, that whole chest cavity moves. This green monkey orange that's not eaten, we're going to place it behind Mr. Moya.
So we finished our cat tour, we really enjoyed it, and then we were chilling in the room, and now we're on our way to dinner.
So you're taking a picture of it? And then there were two.
Yeah, I ate one. How's your pizza?
Not bad.
So we just finished having dinner and we were really full. We couldn't finish all our food. We had mini pizzas for starter, and then for the main we had some chicken breast with like a tomato base thing with some broccoli, cauliflower and baby potatoes. And then I had a vodka, passion fruit and lemonade, and my brother had a Coke and brandy. So we were actually so full that we still needed to have dessert, so we asked them if we could take our dessert to the room. So this is the one dessert. It's like a chocolate kind of cupcake kind of thingy with ice cream, and this is what they call their fruit platter. But and then hello, okay, bye.
Touchdown!